Brian? Brian?
What's the last name?
It's Dr. Brian. Yes, Brian?
Yeah, he's my vet. He's supposed to be here. He said his kids have homework and he's here till about 6. But
Okay, how about Pat Wright?
yes, may I?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, we're on.
We're supposed to follow him out there.
Sorry to keep everybody waiting. I have a little surprise for everybody. We are back. I was here a couple months ago. Oh, look, they put my... You asked what a marmot is.
Yeah, I asked if it was a marmot, if a ferret was a marmot.
I could get arrested for this. So this is Elroy. You can tell he's not a wild animal. And this is, we are asking you for the proclamation. And we brought a few supporters. If you hold up the signs so everybody can see it, it's a house pet. And we got a proclamation from the city of La Mesa. And we were able to take that proclamation to Rocky Chavez's office. And his office was really super. He's the first person who really spent time with us. And he said, see if I've learned your PowerPoint system yet. Governor Brown said he would veto the bill upon arrival. And that's why we never got anywhere. And Governor Brown has an older concept of ferrets, not as something domestic that's been really introduced in the pet trade. I mean, come on, is he wild? No. Do you like ferrets? You're good. It's a great audience. I grew up in Encinitas. I went to San Diego. I live in La Mesa. But what's really interesting, too, if you look at the Encinitas Civil Code, it says, for purposes of chapter only, it refers to ferrets as a companion animal and a domestic. So I don't know when or how you wrote that. So anyway, you've already supported us. And for your entertainment, let's see, how do I start the video? Yeah, this is what we do when the cable bill doesn't get paid. Anyway, luckily, I shouldn't put too much politics in this. Jerry Brown was termed out. We are working on the newer candidates. Gavin Newsom has given us a little bit of hope. I don't know much of Antonio, I can't even say his name, Villaraigosa. Thank you. Where I've reached out to him. But what can I do to get a proclamation like we got out of La Mesa from you guys? I know, Tasha, you're running for state assembly. This could be on your desk. Will you help us? Oh, come on, smile. Of all the things you're going to be working with, homeless, veterans, really depressing topics, wouldn't you rather spend a moment? They're legal in 48 states. It takes 2 of you, right, to put this on the agenda?
Yeah.
Okay, Tasha, why don't you be our first? No pressure, no pressure. Look at the face. Are you an animal? Animal lovers vote in huge numbers.
So go ahead and finish your time, and then we can ask you questions. We don't want to take it out.
Okay, well, I'm begging right now, so yeah, we'll consider that.
Well, I have a question for you if you're finished.
Sure.
So is there any Encinitas, we try to deal with Encinitas topics, and you don't live in Encinitas.
I own property here.
Is this a topical issue for any Encinitas residents?
Yeah, my mayor is my mayor, sorry.
Your mayor,
You're my mayor.
La Mesa is your mayor, right?
My vet was supposed to be here. He's All Pets Animal Center here on El Camino Real. But he's doing homework.
And what will you do with the proclamation? Why are you so interested in that?
I got it. Really, we took this all around. It got us a little support. My assemblyman, sorry, get in the moment. And it opened doors. It opens doors. People don't take us seriously. We have no access to legislators. I have never met my legislator, Shirley Weber. We have no access. We have access to the city council people. I remember Tony from 100 years ago, San Diego High School.
And you should know that I did ask to have this resolution put on the agenda, and I didn't get a second. I'm prepared to ask again at the end of the meeting tonight, and I will do that. So I appreciate your presentation. I think especially knowing that we have ferrets in our municipal code, that we either need to agendize pulling ferret out of the municipal code or do a resolution to get the state to legalize them. And the officer in the back you probably want to ignore this ferret that
We're
the man's
friends,
got
we're
here.
friends. He took our pic. No, the fire department took our picture.
So I do have a question for staff about ferrets in our municipal code. You pulled that out of our code, so our code allows ferrets in our city?
Look charming. Look really cute.
Well, I'm sure the city attorney would step in, but it sounds like the state would override our code, and they would still be prohibited in the city.
But look, I mean, what marijuana is legal in the state, and the feds overrule it. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. You're not doing anything except giving us credibility,
Yeah.
and you have a lot of credibility.
I love the fact that you're using his quote for this cause. but so I'm not sure what your cause is.
To get 'em legalized.
Why are people opposed to?
Nobody is. But Jerry Brown.
Why is
Brown
General-
80 years old, and we were talking about. Well, don't worry. I just lost part of the audience. They have a mindset because actually, I'm be very honest. When ferrets were bred for mousers, then they made it into the laboratory trade because they catch the human influenza virus, and they went from there into the pet trade. And still, I think about 70% of the ferrets go into laboratories, which is really sad. But there are some of us who really love them. I mean, come on, who can resist?
So they're a flu vector?
Well, yeah, you can pass them back and forth.
That's what I was thinking.
If you have a cold
okay.
or flu, don't handle your ferrets.
So there's a lot of cities between La Mesa and Encinitas. How many? Why'd you come all the way up here? How about El Cajon, Lemon Grove?
Mayor Wells promised us a coffee date. I sent him a $25 gift card to Starbucks. We are waiting for his call back. Because El Cajon has a lot of ferrets. Encinitas, to be honest, not that many. It's an affluent area. We also tried it. I grew up here. That's why. So
Okay. Well,
We need a
thank you
second.
for your.
I'll consider it. I'll do a little bit more research. You can come back in a couple
well,
months.
can I email you and harass you?
Oh, you can all, don't harass me, but you can always email me.
I'm sorry. It's in my nature. Mr. Mosca, what about you?
I think you should follow up with council members. I'm going to do my research as well.
Mr. Weir, I don't know you that well, but
But I think you avoided the question too. What is the cause? I still am not clear on why are people
Saying no.
Saying no.
People aren't.
Well, one person.
Then what are you asking us for?
Opposed to legalizing ferrets.
It used to be, it was from the 1930s, and it used to be that they were predators on good things that we needed to have in our environment. But it's a very old law, and I agree with you, it should be legal.
Because, they were all mustelids were labeled as wild and prohibited. This is the only domestic member of that family. And, but, they, you're doing really great, yeah. We really need to overturn this law. That is a very good quote. We're on the
I think
road. Our
the
car's
reporter
broken
wants
down.
to take your picture with it. If you, Barbara, you want his picture?
We love the publicity.
Okay, there we go.
We need to ferret this out a bit.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to wrap this up because we have
Thank
a lot
you.
of items.
You've been wonderful.
Yes. Well, best of luck to you. There are 18 cities in this county.
Well, actually, if I get Encinitas and El Cajon, I'll go to the county. And that would have a significant impact. So really, the future of ferretdom is in your hands. Future assembly member, pet lovers vote. No pressure, no pressure. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for your patience.
Next speaker is Michael von Neumann.
There is no way I can follow a ferret. Thank you.
Do you want to come back at the end after the next speak? No. Okay. Not going to speak? Okay. Okay, do we have a fourth speaker or no?
No other speaker.
Okay. Whew, well, that was an interesting one.
Bring him back more often.
Yeah. All right. So thank you to the public speakers. Let's see. Report from closed session is the next item, which we had a closed session, which was our conference with labor negotiator. We're negotiating with Encinitas Firefighters Association, and we had unanimous consensus to continue